right, let's play this clip. It's
that was thrilling.
It's from Pat McAfee. It's Ian Rappaport talking about Hutch's contract. So let's take a listen.
How about this word? Tom Boonerly. I like that one. Shout out generic, man.
All right, let's take a listen.
Rap sheet. Aidan Hutchinson says that he is fully cleared and healthy for play. Does that like as far as the timeline they thought, is he ahead of schedule? And it's only May 23rd. I would assume that they're happy with that. How do you think his training camp schedule is going to work out?
So first of all, timing wise, was that yesterday? That was yesterday when he talked to reporters,
yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah. So he did that yesterday. That was the first time he's talked in a while. I believe he was cleared several weeks before that. At least when I kind of checked in, like he had been cleared. This was more him announcing, but timing is good. I believe contract wise, and he's another one that, the Lions have taken care of their superstars early with massive contracts. I mean, they have really done a nice job of getting deals where guys can be really happy about it, but helping themselves by doing them really early. Like Penei Sewell was obviously a big one. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, there's been several of them. Now that he is fully cleared, and let's say he goes out in OTAs and looks normal, which is what I expect because he's awesome. I believe that he's another one who will get, paid a huge deal. Will it beat Myles Garrett? I don't know, but he will be among the highest paid edge rushers in the NFL, as he probably should be. I mean, Myles Garrett is amazing and deserves everything, but there is a little bit of space there between Hunter and Crosby and Myles Garrett. We'll see where he ends up on that list, but I believe being cleared will pave the way to a new deal.
And then you have to wonder, what's TJ Watt doing?
Oh. Yeah.
And then Trey Hendrickson, obviously, way down there. A lot of people have gotten paid this offseason. They deserve it. That's how the game is being played. You need 4 dogs up front on the D-line, and you need a great offensive line to combat that. I think they know their value at this particular time, as they should. Good luck to all parties.
All right, so Ian kind of talked about that, right? Like he's going to be one of the highest paid edge rushers. I guess the question would be, where is he going to rank when he does get paid? And will he jump Myles Garrett? And where will TJ Watt end up? Because TJ Watt, where will he end up? Because he has to get paid too. And he should be getting paid probably 40 as well, to be honest with you. So I think Hutch, because I saw the report that they've been negotiating with him already, but now that he's been fully cleared, you're probably going to see a deal done. I would assume by the end of this season, I don't know if it'll be before the season, during the season, kind of whatever it is, but I think he gets a deal done in the next couple of months. Now, where will he be ranked? I think he's just under Myles Garrett, in my opinion. I don't think he jumps Myles. I think he gets paid. I mean, you look at that list of guys, he's probably going to be second.
Can I pull this up real quick?
Yeah, I think
I got the picture here.
Yeah, it would probably be like 38 million, something like that, 39 million.
Okay. That's where, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the money, but like when you look at the list, what's the most amount of sacks Aidan Hutchinson has had in his career?
I think it's 13. What was it? 11? Was it 13?
Maybe
I can't remember.
I mean, I could pull it up real quick, but like this last year, obviously he was on track for.
Oh, maybe 11 and a half then.
But 11 and a half was that max year that he had. And then in 2024, he has the 7.5. I think there's a world, and Chip God just put it in there, like he will get his bag. Like I think he's going to get his bag. I've had this conversation and with you, Jeff, and Klotz, to where typically every single star player that has been due a contract that the Lions are for sure all in on. Like obviously J-Mo is the question mark because you don't know right now. But like guys like Amon-Ra, Penei, Jared, Kirby, those are guys you're going to pay, and they got them done instantly before the draft, like when they're due, right? Hutch has been the one outlier, and obviously he's injured, but he's been the one outlier that you've been sitting there going, why hasn't he gotten paid yet? And no one really knows if it's because Hutch is the one that doesn't want to get a deal done right now, or if it's the Lions. And I think there's this world where if they got a deal done right now, Jeff, and this is just being realistic, he's probably falling in that Nick Bosa, Max Crosby part right there, right? Like, I don't know if you can go out there if you're Aidan Hutchinson, have an 11.5, 7.5, and say, hey, I want to get paid 35 plus over Danielle Hunter, a guy who has done it for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Do you know what I'm saying here? And I think like the Lions side, they're looking at it like that. And even the agents, like as an agent, typically when you do these deals, you look at it from a stance of, hey, this is what my client's done. This is where he ranks among, you know, his peers. This is what their deals look like. This is what he should get. Like that's typically how it's done. It's typically like it is done with projection, but you have to have an idea of that. And when you don't have the full picture because of the injury and you don't know what he would have hit and you don't know where he was at and he hasn't even hit 15 sacks yet. So you don't know if he could ever even get there. Like, what if you pay him $40 million and he doesn't get to the 15 that Shift guy yesterday was saying, right? Like, and he ends up not doing that. So you're sitting there in a weird spot. And I think I'm starting to lean more on this side, Jeff. And I know this is crazy to think. I'm starting to lean more on the side to where Hutch and his camp are like, hey, we want to wait a year. Like, I know you guys want to get this deal done maybe and get it at 30, 35 million to get it cheaper. Maybe Hutch and his camp sitting there going, Hutch is telling his agent, listen, I'm going to go out there and get 17 this year. I'm going to go get 15 this year. And as soon as I get that, they can't say anything and they have to give me 35, 40 million. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think his camp might look at it like that. And I know the injury, like he's not guaranteed it. He has a good mindset, dude. He could go out there and easily be like, I'm going to get this done and let's do this contract after and make even more money next year.
Even though I don't deny he will go out and ball, I just think if I'm his agent, I'm telling him like, if they're offering you 37, do it.
I don't think they would be though. I don't think he has the past stats to be able to go and say, I want 40, 37 million to be the second highest paid guy. I just don't. And you guys know where I stand on Hutch. I think he's the top 3 in the NFL. Some people disagree, but I get that. I just don't know if that's how the league works to where maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know.
There has to be some incentive for the Lions to get it done quicker too, because they know what he is and they want to get ahead of it too. So I think I'm hoping both sides are looking at it the same way, where it's like, hey, we know you're coming off an injury, but we believe you'll be the player you were. So here's a bag. And Hutch can look at it like, hey, I get security and I don't have to go prove it. Like, I'll take it. Now, if they're offering him 30, then if I'm Hutch, I'm like, well, I should make 38. Like, I'm going to go out there and get 15 sacks and I'll lock in that 38. But I don't see how, even right now, like Danielle Hunter, he's a better player than Danielle. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a world where you could be like, hey, like Myles Garrett, dude, has been in the league for so long. He has multiple defensive player of the years. You're not going to get close to him, like in my opinion. If they do, kudos to his agent and kudos to Hutch for getting that. And I'm not going to say it's a bad. But like to me, it's 35 million. Like that's the max number I think you would give him. Like Max Crosby has been one of the best in the league for 4 years now, top 5, and he only got 35. So if you're the Lions, you're not giving him more than Max Crosby. You're going to be like, hey, this is your range right now. But Myles, you know what I mean? Myles is just a different, like, 2-time defensive player of the year. Hutch hasn't won one yet. You can't. Again, and Jeff, we've talked to agents. We've talked to these people. Like when you look at those contracts, it gets done by what do your peers do, right? Like what are your stats and your accolades compared to your peers? Myles Garrett had two-time defensive player of the year, 17, 18 sacks every year, 15 sacks. Hutch can't put that next to it and say, hey, I want this much.
Didn't Amon-Ra and Panay both have all pros when they signed too?
Yes. Yep. 2-time. Amon-Ra last year won. And yeah, they actually both did.
So that's the other thing too. Like
Hutch, and they were healthy for years.
Hutch has only had a Pro Bowl, I think.
And missed a year, basically.
But again, they pay guys based on potential too.
Yeah, and that's where I think the 35 million comes into play, where you go, we'll give you 35, 36.
I think he's going to be second when Watt gets paid.
I think Watt gets
28,
like
which is crazy. He should be getting paid. He should be right there with Garrett, TJ.
Yeah.
So
Trey Hendrickson should get about 35 to 40.
And then there's Trey Hendrickson too. It's like, where would Hutch rank when all those guys are done? I think Hutch is probably behind those guys, to be honest. That's why if I'm Hutch, maybe you wait to see what Trey and TJ signed for, and then you can
I'm pumped up to see actually what Hutch does end up getting. I really do hope the deal gets. You guys know I've been the one. Remember, like a week ago, I came out and said, this deal needs to get done sooner rather than later, because if you wait until next year, you're going to have to pay a pretty penny. And I think this year you just get it done. For people in the chat saying 36, 37, like just get that deal done, right?
Doughboy Steve says, "What have you done for us lately? Sat on the sidelines with a broken leg. Fuck you."
Whoa. That's a little much.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure Brad will repeat. He'll probably have the same energy, I'm sure. No, I'm kidding. Peaceful Tim says, Hutch never been all pro. That seems odd to me, to be honest. Yeah, no, he hasn't been all pro. He has not been all pro. He's been a pro bowler, but he hasn't been all pro. Malik says, yeah, this deal has to come quick. He'll be expensive as fuck if you wait and he balls out.
That's where I think his camp a little bit on the. I think that the deal would be done by now if those conversations haven't came up. I think, you guys, Jeff, you know it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A deal would have been done now if Hutch and his camp wasn't considering sticking it out for another year and trying to go out and ball out and get paid more.
Doughboy Steve, I can't believe that's funny as hell.
That was a wild comment.
Coach says you could pay someone based on potential, and then you have this comment too, JT saying, pay Hutch on what you think he will do, not what he has done.
Yeah, I do think there's the aspect of potential, because if he does get 35 to 38, like you said, TJ Watt's going to get more than Hutch. Trey Hendrickson probably will end up getting paid.
Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested, or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, FisherCTSports.com.